So I am long overdue to make this video, but I am finally here to do it. And bear with me for the black screen, please. This was this was very I don't really have a very like I don't have a better way of filming this. Actually, really quickly, let me unplug my keyboard and then I'll move my mic a little bit closer there. Um, and then we'll get started on what we are talking about today. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a blind Disney rant during today's video. It's going to be my reactions to the D23 Ultimate Disney Fan Event. I was supposed to make this and have it out to you guys a couple weeks ago. We all know what happened there. Several things happened. I'm making this on Saturday night, August 31st. For anyone wondering. I meant to live stream today too, but I haven't really been feeling the best, so I was like, you know what, I'll just record this, get it out today. But yeah, I haven't really been feeling the best yesterday or today. I kind of rested a lot yesterday and today, but we'll be back on tomorrow for anybody watching on August 31st. So hope to see you guys tomorrow. But I wanted to talk about everything announced at D23. We like to make this recap every year to kind of break everything down for you guys. Let me do all the dirty work. We had it was a 3-day event for those who didn't know that took place a couple weeks ago. It was from August 9th to August 11th over there in Anaheim, California. And the first night was the Disney Entertainment Showcase, and what that was a panel talking about a ton of Disney movies. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm here for that park, so I know you guys are. Some of you guys are too. Most of you guys are. But that Disney Entertainment Showcase, it had a bunch of movie announcements. We had several movie announcements. One of them being we're getting Toy Story 5 soon. We're getting Zootopia 2. You guys knew about all those. We're getting Incredibles 3. Was kind of like we'll hint at it, but we're not exactly gonna like show anything. We're getting a new Avatar movie, Fire and Ash. Looks pretty interesting. We're getting we're getting a couple more things. I'm not really sure how else to explain them. I'm not big into the movie side of things. I didn't really pay as much attention because I wasn't able to watch that panel because it was not live streamed. But I did. This is the big one that everybody was here for. This is the Parks panel. Shout out to my dude Ron on the Go for streaming the Parks panel. He covered everything that had to do with the Parks panel. I remember staying up super late to watch it. But they knocked it out of the park, literally, with the Parks panel. But we had, I'll start with the smaller stuff and I'll work my way up. So we're getting a new nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom finally, called Disney Starlight, and that comes out next year. And then we're gonna be getting then we are going to be getting ourselves two new Cars attractions at the Magic Kingdom in Frontierland over there at Walt Disney World in Florida. We're gonna be getting a Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna be getting a Monsters Inc. land at Hollywood Studios with the Door coaster. We don't know where this is going, and I know this is the big topic of on everyone's mind, is where is this Monsters Inc. land that Disney is proposing supposed to actually be going. Some people are saying Muppets, some people are saying Animation Courtyard. I have my money on Animation Courtyard. I think that they're going to replace the animation building and the Disney Junior thing and a whole bunch of other things with that little section there with the Monsters Inc. land. and the door coaster. And I do think that that is going to be good, because if you walk through the park now, it's just a bunch of dead space. It's very empty on that side of the park. They don't really have that much going on over there. So over at Hollywood Studios, there's not like hard, and of course one more attraction at that park will be a very welcome thing because of capacity. That park does not get very much capacity over there. So one more attraction will definitely be a welcome thing for Disney's Hollywood Studios. Another thing I wanted to point out was that um we don't they did not say anything about the Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom, except that that will be Beyond Big Thunder. So that's the Beyond Big Thunder expansion that they were talking about, and the two new Cars attractions will be replacing Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America. And I will say RIP Rivers of America, but I am glad that we're getting Cars attractions at Walt Disney World, because I am so jealous that we don't have Cars attractions, and we're finally getting Cars attractions, so it's pretty good. Then we'll move into the Epcot side of things. Well, actually, one more announcement for Magic Kingdom. The Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge that I talked to you guys about last year, during the Destination D23 recap video in 2023, that rant that I went on in that video, I talked about a Pirates Lounge coming to the Magic Kingdom, and so for anybody who watched that rant last year, you guys know that that is what we talked about. We talked about the Pirates Lounge, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry, I was just moving a little bit closer to my mic there. So since I'm doing all the talking here in this video, then we also have a brand new so let's switch gears to Epcot, okay? We've covered Magic Kingdom, we've covered Hollywood Studios. Let's switch gears to Epcot. There's a whole bunch of announcements that I still haven't gone over yet. So just bear with me. It's gonna be a long video, and I'm sorry for no like background stuff happening. I just didn't really have anything to put behind me talking, and I wanted you guys to be able to get your full attention in on me, so you guys can know the inside scoop. At Epcot, we have Test Track 3.0 opening next year. I will definitely try to go out there next year to film Test Track 3.0 and the new nighttime parade for you guys. I can't promise that that's going to happen, but I'll definitely try my best to do that for you guys. That's not until next year, so there is some time. There's a lot actually happening next year. We got Epic Universe over on the Universal side, but stay on topic. We're talking Disney. Up next we have the Spaceship Earth Lounge that was announced for Epcot, opening next year as well. At Animal Kingdom, we're switching gears to Animal Kingdom. We have Tropical America's section opening over at that park. That's going to replace Dino Land, and what a welcome addition that will be, because Dino Land, I am not a Dino Land fan. I know some of you guys are. You can be like, how dare you crap talk Dino Land? Well, when you talk, when we're talking Dino Land, not a lot of people care for it. It was, especially that Dino-Rama section in the back, not a lot of people care for Dino Land and / or Dino-Rama, so that is very much the that will be a welcome addition for sure to the parks, to the Animal Kingdom. And Animal Kingdom, they're building, it's gonna have 2 attractions in the not Dino Land, I'm sorry, Tropical Americas. It's going to have Indiana Jones Adventure, which is a retheme of Dinosaur, because for those who don't know, Indiana Jones Adventure over at the land uses the same ride system as Dinosaur at Disney World. So they're retheming it, but don't worry, it's not going to be a clone. It's going to have its own original storyline um itself, and that should be an interesting and hopefully very welcomed addition to the Walt Disney World. It's gonna have Indiana Jones exploring an abandoned Mayan temple, and he's looking for a mythical creature. And then the other attraction there is going to be the Encanto Casita. That is going to be I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but that's going to be a ride where you board furniture. It takes you on a tour, and you eventually end up in Antonio's room, which has been transformed into a rainforest, where he is talking to animals. So that is a very interesting way to keep the Encanto theme there at Animal Kingdom. I think we're gonna keep the track. I think it's probably trackless ride system. Would be my guess, because if you're boarding magical moving furniture, that would make sense. Um, that would make sense for it to be a trackless. That'd be really cool if it was a trackless. I'm a huge fan of trackless rides. I feel like they can do so much more um with the trackless ride systems. So I'm very glad that Disney is taking up that opportunity to do the trackless ride systems over there at Animal Kingdom. I'm pretty sure that that's what's gonna be. And then lastly, we're going to have a fully wooden carved carousel in that land. So we're getting a carousel of all things at Animal Kingdom. Um, and they didn't really explain too much about it, or at least to the where I caught on. I think I missed that in the actual panel. I found that out later, through somebody else's video. Um, so that's definitely much different there. But we are also getting here's a couple. Okay, let's switch gears to Disneyland now, because on this side of town we have a lot of things that we need to talk about. So let's start at Disneyland Park with the smaller stuff. So we're getting a Walt Disney animatronic in the Main Street Opera House, and that is going to be a that's going to be starring in a brand new show called Walt Disney A Magical Life, and it is going to be um running in rotation with great moments with Mr. Lincoln. So our answer for why they installed a turntable has finally now been has finally now been discussed, which I'm glad about. Because we were all skeptical. We were like, is it gonna be an updated great moments, or is it going to be no, it's going to be a brand new show. And like I said, I'll try to go and film it for you guys next year. I don't know. Either me or somebody else that I know can try to figure that out. But um but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Of course. At DCA, let's move directly to DCA, because there was a lot of talk DCA, and I am very, very excited for what DCA is getting, because this park needs some serious love, and I hope I don't have any haters here who disagree with me, because if you disagree with me, you are criminally insane. Cause DCA definitely needs some love for sure. So let's start out with the Avengers campus expansion. So the Avengers campus. Excuse me, I cannot talk today. Still a little not feeling well, therefore my words cannot. My words are all jumbled. I felt good enough to record this today. I wasn't like quite as tired. I'm recording this at like 9:30 at night. Because I like did hardly anything today. I just kind of like rested and watched a bunch of college football. I was super tired. Took a nap earlier. Yeah, so that's why we didn't live stream today. I meant to, of course, but you guys know how that goes. We'll try stream tomorrow though. But So we will um so um so let's start out with the Avengers Campus. So the Avengers Campus is getting two new rides. It's getting a Avengers Infinity Defense is what it's gonna be called. Excuse me. And that is a motion. It looks, for anybody who has been on the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, or anybody who's been to Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea and has ridden the new Peter Pan. I have done neither of them. But the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man is at Universal Orlando. So anybody who's ridden those, tell me what that ride system is like in the comments. I'd be 100% curious, because that's what that ride system looks like for Infinity Defense over at DCA in at the Disneyland Resort. And then next we're getting Stark Flight Labs, which is going to be an outdoor ride, and it's going to be it looks like things that are moving on a robotic or on an arm. It's basically a flat ride for those who know what those are. I'd be curious. It's basically Tony Stark's testing out a bunch of new flight technology, and yeah, I'd be curious to check it out and see what it's like. Moving on to the new Coco attraction. We are getting a brand new Coco boat ride at Disney California Adventure at DCA at the Disneyland Resort. It's probably, we now know what it's most likely going to replace. The red car trolley, unfortunately, and yeah, you did hear me say that right. The red car trolley is closing for good next year. And I'm hoping that I can go out there and ride it. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be able to, unfortunately, but if I do, of course, I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll do it on the stream. But I doubt it. But the red car trolley is closing forever next year to make way for expansions to DCA, redoings of DCA, and then last but not least, we are getting Avatar. Now, this is not a clone of Pandora. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it's going to be a clone of Pandora, and honestly, I thought that too. I thought we were going to get like a Flight of Passage, because you've seen, take Galaxy's Edge on the west, or no, I'm sorry, take Galaxy's Edge on both coasts, for example. It is literally a carbon copy with subtle differences, which you can only tell of if you're insane like me, which unfortunately I am, so therefore I know, but even I don't know a lot of the differences, right? It's very hard to tell the differences there. But up next we are getting, like I said, Avatar Land. It looks like we're getting an Avatar. It looks like a boat ride. So people are saying it's going to use the same magnetic ride system as Shanghai Pirates at Shanghai Disneyland. Never been on it, obviously, so I wouldn't know essentially what that is like. Up next, we are switching gears. We're going to go international. We're going to go to Disneyland Paris. I'm kind of starting the closest to home, and I'm going the furthest out. So just bear with me. So Disneyland Paris, we didn't really get much information about the Disneyland park in Paris. There hasn't been a new attraction added there in the past 30 years, basically since the park opened. So we are getting a new fireworks show, and good God help us, because Disney Illuminations at Disneyland Paris is pretty bad. It's a lot of people don't particularly care for it. I'm one of them. I have never seen it in person, but I've seen it on live streams. I don't particularly care for Disney Illuminations, unfortunately, but that's just me. We are getting a Lion King land at the Disney Adventure World. That is the Walt Disney Studios park. Uh, that is the Walt Disney Studios park. Um, Rebranding, if you will. Also coming with a brand new nighttime show when that Frozen area opens their World of Frozen in 2026. They did give a timeline for that. I would love to go and experience it when it opens. We will see. Over at there was not very many there was hardly any updates for Tokyo. Obviously, we're getting the new Space Mountain in 2027, but everybody knew that already. But we are indeed getting a brand new nighttime fireworks show at Tokyo Disneyland next month. So I'll be looking at that on live streams, of course, and I recommend you guys do the same. Over at Hong Kong, they did advertise a brand new attraction for Hong Kong. Concept art makes it seem like a drop tower, almost like the same ride system as Tower of Terror, not the Florida one, probably similar to the one in that was in Disneyland. R.I.P. Tower of Terror. Mission Breakout is great, but I'm always, Tower's always gonna hold a special place. I have an extremely soft spot for Tower of Terror. So they didn't mention anything other than it's going to be themed to Spider-Man, which I'm curious to see how they're going to use that as a drop tower. They maybe brought it for like 1 minute and then they moved on. At Shanghai Disneyland, we're gonna go last but not least. There's going to be a new Spider-Man roller coaster opening up over there. Looks to be a launch coaster. Excuse me. And a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a Cosmic Rewind style ride. So for those who have ridden Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, that is one that I have not had the chance to do. I went to Epcot before it opened, not after. I haven't been back since it opened. So for those who have ridden it, let me know how it is. And then the cruise line, they announced some stuff for the cruise line. We're getting 4 new ships on the cruise line, in addition to the Treasure, the Wish, and the Destiny, and the Adventure. So in addition to those 4, the Wish is of course already at sea. We are getting a total of 7 new ships by the year 2031. So it's going to be one every year. So of course we got the Treasure this year, the Destiny, whatever ship in 26, and then 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 it looks like. And of course we have that ship that the Oriental Land Company is working on in Japan. So big years for the cruise line as well. I would love to do Disney Cruise one day. And of course, I would bring you guys along for that the best that I could. I'm trying to think what else could be what else did I not announce or like recap here? And then there was just D23 the whole weekend. There was like a ton of like show floor stuff. My dude Coda Bear the Explorer streamed it for you guys. There was like a ton of show floor elements and just really cool, like neat stuff to look at. A ton of exhibits. The Imagineering room. Just with like models on display. Oh, I did forget one really important thing. We're moving back to Disneyland, and this is happening so soon. Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be opening on November 15th in Bayou Country, which is the new name for Critter Country, and it looks like Bayou Country is open right now. Everything but Tiana's Bayou Adventure is open over there at the Disneyland. So, Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is back open. And yeah, so that's all good as well. We did get a teaser for Disneyland's 70th anniversary and a whole lot more. And if I missed anything in this video, leave me a comment down below and feel free to start a conversation with me. I'll try to respond to comments in a timely manner. I caught up on all my unread comments the other day. So leave me a comment. But since there was so much to announce in this video, I've literally been ranting for 25 minutes. Which has been absolutely crazy. If you stuck with me for the whole rant, appreciate it. But D23 was awesome this year. Looking forward to Destination D next year, and then the Ultimate Fan Event the year after. And of course, if you guys want to stay up to date with all the news, 'cause I'll be covering it, and also if you want to watch some cool live streams, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. Turn on the notifications, and y'all have a good rest of the night. And I'll see you guys for tomorrow for a brand new live stream. Bye bye.